Hello, I'm Pam Hemingway. I hope you are all having a good day. The homework is do a butterfly and do a, well, butterfly if we get to it. It's the tulip we need to do. Haley, can you put up the links just in case the others don't get them? Laurel, no. Okay, now we're going to start with the butterfly. I'm not the butterfly. Oh, I swear, some days I don't have a lick of sense for a brain. I went basically by the picture. I didn't really go by the words. So now I got to move the words over so you can see them. Can you see these words? See, I don't have room to move that any further up. All right. It says 60S, 2 second half stitches, 60S, which is 60S, 2 second half, 6, 2 first half stitches, picot, 6DS, very small picot, and 12DS, close it. That's all up there in that graph one. And that's really what I go by. So, we're going to do that. I did my 6. Now I've got to do the second half stitch. So it's 1, 2. And I don't pull tight, but we want this to twist. So now I go, this, just a thing I did, and then I'm going to do my next DS, the next 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then it says 2 first half stitches. So now you do the first half, which is 1. And I don't pull these tight. 2. And again, we want it to twist, so I just twist it with it. And do another picot. Picot's next. Picot. And then 6 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Then the very small picot. Okay, my screen ain't keeping up with me, but okay. And then I'll do this very small picot. And I just guess. I just, see, I don't know if you can see it. Can you see this? Yeah, okay. And then, and it says 12 stitches. This is the longest part of the whole thing. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And then it says to close. So, now see how it's already twisting on my needle? I just let it twist. And I'm going to close it. I grabbed the last stitches on my ring. I caught the loop with my finger, which sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. And then you got to pull it through. And yeah, that goes through right. Now see how these are already twisting on me? Just exactly what they're supposed to do. Then you pull it closed. Now make sure they're going to twist before you close it up tight. And then I yank it closed and it's done. First petal's done. Can you see that? Maybe better on the white. on the solid white. Okay, we'll do it on here. My first petal is done. And see how it's twisted in there? That's what she's calling a folded ring. And it does fold. But I leave that extra space in there on the needle because I can. And it just makes it close up good. It makes it want to turn like it's supposed to. Okay, that gets put aside. Now on to the next bunch. This is the second. I got this part to the second part. Okay, wait a minute. So I did the 12, and then I did the small picot, and then the 6. Now I got to do another picot, and 2 second half. Yeah, that's this way. 1, 2, and it wants to turn, so I let it, and I help it. And then I do the 6 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 more. 6, yeah, 6 right there. And then the 2 first halves, so then it's this one. 1, 2, and I twist it, make it easier, and then another 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And if you hear any growling noises in the back, that's my dog snoring. Then I hold the last ones and pull it off. Now see, this time I wasn't catching it, but I'll catch it just to train people the right way. Because by golly, I do it whatever way. The mood strikes, I catch it. If the mood don't, I don't. Nobody ever claimed I was normal, so this is good. This is good logic. Now, before it's tight, you got to make sure those twist where they're supposed to. Yep, now I got them twisted. Okay. And then I pull it closed. Bing. And it pulls closed. And then I got the 2. Now on to the next piece. This is the piece we're going to continue working with. I'm getting it. It's all tangled. Why am I all tangled? Okay. Oh, there it is. Okay. So now we're getting to this part where it's the third one, the third ring. And it says 12 plus 6 plus 6, connect 12. 12, and then you connect it. So I've connected it and done the 6. Okay. My question is, how am I going to get that needle over to this one to connect? Well, it's really very, very simple. I just pull my needle through and do the first half. It's done. It's connected. All right. Then it says a picot. So you got to leave a little bit of room. And then you start again. 1. That will untwist when it's just my finger that was twisting it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nope, I can't count. No, I didn't do that right at all. I had an off stitch in there. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and now it says to join. So I got to join to this picot over here. So what I do is I take and move that one out of the way. Turn it the way I want it, the right direction it's supposed to go in. And I will just go get my little picot. And I forgot to bring over my toolbox. Yeah, I did. Get my picot. And then, again, make sure you're going in the right direction for it, though. You know, because you want those stitches, the caps on the outside, because you want it to curve on the inside. So then I go, what is it, 12. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to hurry through this part because I want to show you how to add the stem, how I did. I don't know if it's right or wrong, but whatever. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. Now let me make sure I got that right. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Nope, got 13. Don't want 13, just want 12. All right, now I'm going to pull it closed. But to pull it closed, I want to do it the right way. The right way I want them to go. Oh, wait a minute, that's on the back side. Smart girl, I did it backwards. That's what happens when you put it down and pick it up later. Well, that's going to be a twisted picot, but I'll survive. It's on the back and it won't really show at all. Well, it's not working right. I didn't do it right. Shoot. Well, I can make it work anyway. Just put your stitches where you need them to go and make sure they go right in the right direction. Pinch and pull. Pinch and tie. That was a self-closing mock ring and I forgot to connect it. So I'll just go through here and connect it. That was the last stitch anyway, so that was where it would connect. Now pull it tight. Get that picot back up the top where it belongs. Okay. Whew. That was work. Almost looks like a dimpled ring now. All right, and from here I took and I tied. Now my thread is all number 10 and I have number 5 needles. So I just thought you might want to know that detail. That's all I work with. But there's my tulip top. See? Now, for the green, what I did was this. Shoot, I forgot. I work out of the bag. Pull some off so I don't have to worry about it in a minute. All right, now what I did was this, my trick, my usual trick. I got to get my scissors. You've got to give me a minute. Let me just get them. They weren't far. They were on the other side of the room. I usually sit on the other side. But I've been making this my little corner of the world working. All right, I'm going to make the tail the same length. Throw that away. All right, now you know my trick of knotting. I love to knot stuff. So, what I did was I threaded the needle. Give me my threader, make it easier. I ain't got all day. And you poor people don't have all day to watch me do this. Okay. It's so much easier to tat for yourself than to be tatting so others can see you. It really is. Makes a difference. Okay. So I took my needle, I threaded it. I went up through the bottom to attach it. See that bottom stitch there? Can you see it? Put the tulip on the gray. Okay. Sorry. There's my tulip on gray. Now my green is attached. So I do such a good job at threading that needle, I had to unthread it. I put the two tails from the tulip, and I tied a knot. I am so good at tying knots, it ain't funny. Now, then I go and I got my needle backwards because I want the bottom free. So I stab the bottom into the knot. Okay, it's in. This is my thread. This is my working thread. So now I'm going to do the Josephine rings. All the second half. Right over the tails. Right up close. Right up. If I get that any closer, it would be in it. Right up close. See that tail, that end went right straight through. It was just supposed to catch on it. Okay. All right, so that's how you do the Josephine ring. I mean the Josephine chain for the stem. And you just keep going till your thread's filled up, till you're down to the bottom. Okay, this is not working as good as it did the other day. I had no problem doing it. Oh, I know why. That wasn't pulled tight. Okay. It's because I had it the other way the last time. I realized I did that. Okay, so all right, still over. Oh boy, it came off. Well, that's how I tat over tails. Anyway. And if you do it all with the same stitch, the second half of the DS, it will turn on you. Am I not doing it? Second half? It wants to turn. It wants to turn the other way, that's why. So then after so many stitches, turn it. See the beginning? All right, we don't have time to sit here and do while I do the whole chain, but I just kept doing it and then shoving it pulling it close and then doing some more and pulling it close and pulling it close. Got to the end and I just trimmed off my knot. Okay, that one can go away. I need my needle. Give me my needle. Okay, that can go away. So I trimmed off and did the knot. You can barely see it in there, but it is there. And then I did a couple more just to cover that and yanked on it a little bit and swiveled it and moved it. Any questions? That would work too, Sin. It's question time. Hi, Kay. Okay, I gotta tell you, your blipless join has gone public. I'll tell you about that in a minute. Oh, well, I'll tell you about it now. Gloria Nelson has it on her page for the blipless join for needle, and it and a direct link to your video. Hi, Joanne. Okay, Margaret, how do you... For 20 thread, I would use a 7. But I'm a bull in a china shop. At 7, I'll be breaking 15 of them. It's like, it ain't going to work. Because I will just be breaking them all. I've tried a few and they just break. So no questions. Hi, Lucy. Laurel, I just answered that one. I'd use a 7, number 7. This is a 5. This is story of my life. See, I even have that one marked off. The rest of them aren't. It will, if you use just the second half of the stitch, it will twist on its own. And I just every 5 or 6 stitches, I'll make it turn, or maybe every 10. Depends on your mood, whatever. If you want a tight twist, keep twisting it. If you don't, it won't. If you use the other half of the stitch, the first half, it will twist the other way, the other direction. Okay. See, this is twisting toward the right. The other one would twist. That didn't do it. But it would twist toward the left. Yeah, there's no way to show you that one because it's not that way. It would twist toward the left. Okay, this is... I'll teach you a new thing while I'm doing it. See how that's twisting? Nope, let me see. Can you see that? And here's another one. If you twist, okay, I got 2, 4, 5 stitches. Now I'm doing 5 the other way, 5 of the second half. And now I've done the node stitch. That is a pretty stitch too. It almost looks like a leaf coming off it, or a baby leaf coming out of there. Get out of the way, you white thing. See that, how that goes? Anchor style is something that Hayla's done, Tammy's done, and Pam has never yet. But it's supposedly layer on layer. Tammy did this the other day, and she said anchors, to be true anchors, you had to do the first one, then you did the second one, then you did the third one. Does that help? Joanne, what else do you need to go over? There's a web page. How do I get that to you? I'll send it out in an email to the Palmetto's Tat Guild. Sin, go get that link, will you, please? For their glossary of terms. I know Sin knows it because she's the one who showed me where to find it. Shuttle. Any other questions, Hala? You use a small hose instead of a knot at the end. Oh, that would work too. Like a coffee stirrer. Willow. Barbara. Coffee stirrer? I know where to find some. Great, no questions. Correct. I don't know if Sin's going to get that. All right, so what you're going to have to do is email me and I'll send it to you. Email me at the online tatting class and ask for the glossary. I'll know what you want. I'll get you the glossary. I know it's on the Palmetto's tatting page, but I don't know exactly where to find it. I think it's under terms, but I'm not at my computer, so I can't do it. Teresa Orr. Oh, there you are. Thank you. You guys have the greatest glossary of terms. Okay, so that's it for the, oh no, split ring. Now, does everybody know how to do a split ring? Anybody know the split ring? I got my chat going, and I'm not seeing nothing. Oh, I don't redo the knot. I just stab the knot over and over again. But it was just a way I could think of to do it without getting I don't want tape on my needle because I don't want it sticky. So I thought, well, I'll do it this way. Okay, split ring. Okay, now we're doing, oh, I got to change my page. I got it backwards anyway. I'm on the last two of this side. The 5-4 and the 4-3. Can you see that? Nope, pull it over. Okay, there it is. 5-4 and the 4-3. You will need 2 picots near the bottom of the stem. Oh, I forgot that. When you get to the bottom of the stem, you need to put the picots in that belong down there so that you can do it. Now, I didn't read that part first, so I just stabbed my stem and did it. Okay, so this is my split chain. And it's 5, 1. No, I got it backwards. 4 is on the outside, 5 is on the inside, so I got to go this way with it. Yeah. Sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Now you go the other side, but you do rods because, okay, I can explain it right here. See how the cap is on this side and they're even stitches? All right, let me show you what it looks like when you do it the wrong way. You got oddball stitches. Can you see oddball stitches there? Okay, now I'm going to take those two back off because they're wrong. And you do them in rods. You do reverse order double stitch, which would be the second half first, then the first half. Now can you see the stitch better? Get my finger out of there. You might be able to. Is it close enough or not close enough? All right. That's why you do rods. You want it to look right on the same side. On the right side. Now I'm confused. Don't take much. I promise it don't. Okay, now that's 4. Now when I'm counting rods, I do it backwards. I got 3 complete stitches and 2 oddballs. That's 4. Okay. Now you thread your needle. And I got nail polish on the end, so it should be easier to thread. Yeah, no it ain't. I lied. Oh boy. All right. Give me my threader. Cut that nail polish off because it ain't going to work. Please forgive my setup. I will get it better. I promise. Oh, holy cow. Everything's going to go wrong that can. Tammy said Murphy came to live with her yesterday. I think he's living with me today. Can't seem to do nothing right. Okay, it's through. So now I take and pull that through, holding my end stitch, but I've got an even 9 stitches here, and it looks right. So that's good, I'm happy. Pull it through. Don't catch the end in. I mean, catch the end, but not the end of the stem. I need the end of the thing. Okay, and now my needle's unthreaded again. But anyways, that's your split ring. Now here's another thing. The end one was 4 and 3, and it shows it as a split ring. Well, I don't want it as a split ring. I don't want my ends up the top. I want my ends down here. Because if I do it as a split ring, then I've got to have a knot at the end, and then it comes back. And nope, don't like that. So I will just do my 9. Oh, I forgot to tie. Most people do it whatever way makes them happy. This way makes me happier. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And that's what it is. 4 and 3 is 7, not 9. Okay, and now I got to thread my needle again. I usually don't have so much trouble threading them. Yeah, see, now that time it went nice. Thread it, pull it through, catch the end. Well, take it off the needle, catch the end. I cut these short because I needed the thread to show you how I started the stem and attached it. So I had to cut it. So that's good. And now my ring is closing this way. And I yank it closed. And I like that better than having and if I want a picot at the end, all right, put a picot in. Give it a little picot if I need one. And then I take and I tie. And I will tuck my ends going down this side. And you can't tell on that one, but that's what I did. Same thing. I'll give this little 1.2 piece of cake. And that's my tulip. And I will hide those ends in a bit. Now, did we get any questions? Any more questions? Okay, what rubs mean? You want all your stitches to look the same on the front side. In truth and honesty, if you don't have picots, it don't really show that much. But if you've got picots, it does show. Here's an example. This is the back side. This is the back side. See that? How the picot is in the no, you can't see it. Can you see it? It's coming glaring on my computer here. Okay. We'll go with the main picot up the top. See the picot at the top? You can see the stem or the leg of it at the bottom. On this one, you can't see that. It should have been reversed. But remember I messed it up? Yeah. Oh no, that wasn't on this one. That was on the other one. These look weird anyway because of the twist and stitches, I think. Because if you remember correctly, it was right after the second half of the first half. This is the wrong side. But if you don't have picots, it really doesn't show very well. Unless you're doing a split ring, it will show. Okay. That's the tulip. It's 3:38. Oh, it's glaring. What's glaring? I'm glaring. Too much light now? Before I didn't have enough. Now I get too much. Let me shut one off and see if that will work. Whoops. That better? It's the color, I think. It's the white thread, yeah. It's not even white, it's pink. I don't have anything handy to work on. Other than that. Maybe this is the light I need to shut off. That better? Can you see it? It's got the legs, well, the pant tops at the bottom of the picot. Is that better? Not better. Okay. And if anybody needs a one-on-one, I'm able to do those too. I seem to be stealing the Friday slot. I'm loving it though. Okay. Now, I don't think we have time to do the whole butterfly. Do you want to wait till Tuesday? We'll do the butterfly first. This tulip is much easier in needle than it was in shuttle. Okay, I need light. I can't even see myself. Maybe it's the big light I need to shut off. Yeah, that might have been easier if I had used a darker color on the tulip, or a solid color. But you know me, I gotta be difficult. Things happen. No more questions? Did Sin ever get that link for me? Nope. Okay, I'll just email the school and ask for that glossary, and I'll get you the link to it. I know it's under one of the first trees, the palmetto tree. And you can pick it up there. No more questions. Oh, come on. We're going to quit 20 minutes early? See, my OCD wants to finish these all before I save them. That's where my problem comes in with the staging. I don't want to stage. I want to finish it. But you can't. You got to do what you got to do. Oh, okay. Good, you got that. No, it's not a true ring at the end. Nope. A true ring would go in itself, and that didn't. I suppose you could do a true ring, but you'd have to tat with your tail. No, that end one is a self-closing mock ring, not a true ring. True ring. Come back August 17th, and you're going to see some true rings. Trust me. We're doing special classes during the summer, so you guys aren't going to be left hanging all summer. Anything else? Do you want to start on the butterfly? Not? Start half of the butterfly. Okay. That's an easy one to do. I just got to find a thread. Where'd I go? I didn't bring one over for that. Nice job. I swear I don't have a head sometimes. If it wasn't attached, I'd lose it. Okay. Now, start the butterfly. Let me get the directions. Because I'm not allowed to make up my own. That I did find out. Okay. Let me get my threader again. Had this threader a few days, and I've worn it to death already. Okay. Now, the directions are 10P1. Now, when I did it, I didn't like the... I am such a fanatic about stuff. It's a riot. Opinionated old woman is what it really is. All right, so 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, picot, and then 1, and then I did a bigger picot, and a 2, and a 1. See, this is what I don't like, is the overlapping. Can you see the overlaps? It's like so close, you really can't even see them. All right, but it is what it is, so I'll do it her way. At least one more time. Then I'll be putting 2 stitches in between. And if I have to change the count, oh, wait a minute, I did that wrong. And if I have to change the count to match it, I'll change the count. No, that one's right. No, it's not right. Okay, I'll figure it out one of these days. Okay, now I know it's going to be right. 1. Okay, there's the 3 picots. Okay, now it says 7. Anybody ever see a blue butterfly before? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And it says picot and then a 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, now to close it. I think this one is called Mexicana color. I have the label inside the cone or whatever it is. And then I close, and that's a self-closing mock ring. See, I don't like the 3 of them up there, and you can't even really see them. I like them separated a little bit. Just me. Okay. And then 3. Now, I don't like to tie because I don't want this green thread showing over the blue thread. And it won't matter because it's right there. Okay. 1, 2, 3. And there's my hook. Put it up over. And then it says 4, and then a picot. 1, 2, 3, 4, a picot, and then 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then it's closed. This pattern is by Jennifer Williams. She has got tons of patterns on her pages, and they're all free patterns for you. You just click on a picture and it downloads. Okay, now this side is a 7, and I'm going to tie it again because it ain't going to matter. Okay, now another 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Nope, 7 didn't hit. 7. 7, picot, and then 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, picot, and 3. 1, 2, 3. Has everybody got the pattern? Because it came in the email. Okay. This is the other bottom one. Again, I yank on this thread. 20 thread would just break in my hands, and so would the needle. I am not gentle then on anything. One, two, three, and then you hook to that picot. I don't even know what size hook this is. It says 125. No clue. Okay, 3. Now 7. 1, 2, 3. Am I in the screen? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then a picot. 1. A bigger picot. 2. And a little picot. 3. Now the pattern doesn't tell you a big one, a little one, but that's just me. Okay, and now we're doing 10. Okay, there was 1 there. So here's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Is Friday a better day for you guys? Because I can swap it if you want. Okay, now I got to do finger tatting because it ain't going to, well, it will go. Never mind, I lied. Okay. And when you're pulling that thread through, make sure you're not catching everything because sometimes when you catch them, it's impossible to get it back out. Now, when you're doing it with shuttle, you have a separation and one thread comes out over here and one thread over here. That don't work with needle. Both threads are on the same side. So you got to make one go from the other side. So you just stab it through. And as it turns out, it's the right color. Nice. Okay. And then it says to make the head. But I saw something when I did this one. Where'd he go? Where's the other one? Where's that little thingy? Okay. His head is way down here. You can't even see it. So what I did, what I would like to do, is make his head come up a little higher. So I'm going to sew through a little bit more first. It's a needle. It's thread. You can sew it. All right, get it through there. It's not rocket science. It's needle and thread. It won't kill me. I promise. Thread the needle again. Tammy says I can't have long strings, and this is why I have long strings. So I don't have to keep threading this stupid needle. Tammy limited me to 18 inches, no longer than 18 inches. Well, that ain't no 18 inches, but oh well. She says, people don't want to sit here and watch me stringing my thread needle all the time. Well, pulling the thread through is what it was. See how that's all tangled under there? Make sure it's untangled before you pull it tight. And then I went around the red one. So now I've got it higher, but I got to come back out on this side. So back over here. Now I can tie him ahead and it will show. I'm just glad that green was the same green. It worked well. Okay, let me cut. Now I'm going to tie him a head. Make him a head. He needs a head. He just needs a head. It's just one of those things. And it's a square knot. It's over on one end. See that? One over. And then on the other one, I do it over and under. The next one, I do it over and under. Over and under. I cut that one too short to work with. Am I on screen or off screen? Am I off again? Tuesday and Friday. Okay. That didn't work good. All right. Well, anyway. Now he's got a head, and you can actually see his little head. It's right there. It's up higher. But it needs to be tighter because that ain't even a knot right. That ain't knotted right. Let me do it again. Okay. And now I'll do his antennas. All right, we'll do the short one first. And what I did was this. I made my loop. Okay, loop, make a loop. You can make a loop, I promise. And then I went through and got it once. And I did it again. So now I got a double loop. And then I just pulled it down to where I wanted them. Yeah, that's about right. See? And I'll do the same over here. A lot easier, a lot more thread to work with. A lot longer thread to work with. And again, pull it down to where it needs to be. But it's got to be pretty close to matching. Might be easier on the tape. No, maybe on the white. We have so many thread colors, I probably need a smorgasbord of backdrops. Well, they're almost the same. And then I just trimmed off the ends. And now we got another butterfly. These show up better on the white. Oh, look at that, and I got 2 minutes to spare. Uh-oh. I was off cam. Pam's class can be whenever Pam wants one, really. Except when the other girl's doing theirs. What was fast, Laurel? Me? Too fast? If I'm going to do something with the antennas because I don't like them. They're too flimsy. I want something else. What? I don't know. On other butterflies I have made in the past, I use these as giveaways. I usually do the Josephine Chain. Well, if I take it off there, you might see it. I do the Josephine Chain, get up to the end, and then pull it back through. So I do it on my needle backwards. Take it off my hands. Okay. I got a lot of them with the Josephine Chain here. This is my to-go thing. I just throw them on here and throw that in my purse, and when I want to give one away, I give it away. I did the heart from the Endrex book. Got a couple of them. Butterflies, more butterflies. Okay, I will do that. Head in the antenna next. Sin. Never mind. Sorry, I lost my train of thought there. Thanks, Sin. Yeah, I'll do the butterfly again next week if you want. Or at least I'll have it ready to do the head and have it up to where I like it. See, now normally in another case too, I'd put the antenna coming higher because I like the head higher than this one. You can't even see it. You really can't even tell he's got a head. But even a row of DS would be, I don't know. I got to think of that out. Yeah, I agree with you. Something that doesn't look speckled. But I'm still working off a TV tray, Barb. It's, oof. I went to use my desk and the drawer fell out and hit me on the legs. It's like, well, can't use that desk. So I'm out to the living room on a TV tray. I do too. It gives it some stability. Yes, well, oh, you've been through a lot. Okay, well, I guess that's it. It's 4:02. Thank you for coming. I hope you learned what you needed to know. Happy chatting. We will work on the butterfly again next week.